Hi, I'm Brenton Goodman, and this is You Decide, where I tell you the facts and what the law says, and you make the decision for yourself. The actions of Doge are constantly in the news, but is it legal? You decide. So let's start with the basics. Doge was created by President Trump through an executive order. It evolved from something called the United States Digital Services, or USDS, which was originally set up under President Obama. The purpose of the USDS was to improve government technology and make services more efficient by working with public servants. Now, President Trump has restructured USDS into Doge, tasking Doge with modernizing federal technology to maximize productivity in the government. Doge is a part of the executive office of the president, which means the administrator of Doge is supervised directly by the president's chief of staff. The president, as the head executive of the nation, has the power to create advisory organizations to assist him in faithfully executing the laws of the United States. That itself is not illegal. He also has the power to direct employees within executive branch agencies to conduct tasks consistent with the law. However, little is known about Doge, and the uncertainty surrounding Doge has brought its legality into question. For example, Elon Musk is the brainchild behind and face of Doge. He is said to have been made a special government employee and advisor to President Trump. The White House press secretary has said that Musk was tasked to oversee the Doge effort. And President Trump, at his State of the Union address, said Doge is headed by Elon Musk. However, at the same time, the White House claims that a lesser known person, Amy Gleason, and not Musk, is the acting administrator for Doge. Additionally, the White House has not officially announced the names of anyone involved in Doge and has basically verified reports by news sources that Doge employees have been hired by various federal agencies and are working in those capacities for Doge. Now, if Doge is indeed an advisory organization to the president, it must follow the Federal Advisory Committee Act, or FACA. FACA was created to ensure that advisory committees follow strict rules and are transparent with the public. It says advisory committees must operate with standards and procedures that are clear to Congress and the public. It also says that their recommendations should only be advisory and all decisions must be made by the president or a federal officer. Additionally, FACA requires that all meetings of advisory committees, along with certain documents, must be open to the public. Trump critics argue that Doge hasn't followed these rules. They point out that Doge hasn't filed a charter, which is required for an advisory organization. They also say the public hasn't been properly informed about Doge's activities or its members. For example, there have been reports of Doge members meeting with employees from various federal agencies and discussing things like specific coding. But none of this has been reported or documented anywhere, including on Doge's website. And here's another key point. If Doge is truly an advisory organization, then Elon Musk, who is technically only an advisor, if even that, to the president, shouldn't be making key decisions about Doge's direction, including deciding who to fire. That responsibility should fall to the president or an official government officer. But, of course, the Trump administration has a different take on this. They argue that Doge isn't an advisory organization at all, but rather a group of federal employees. They say Doge workers are just regular government employees who can offer advice to the president or his designated administrator when asked. Because of this, Doge wouldn't be subject to the rules under FACA. According to them, Musk has no official role in Doge, and he's just a special government employee with access to whatever documents the president wants him to see. He doesn't hold any power in Doge, they say. It's all up to the president. So here we are. Is Doge an advisory organization that hasn't followed the proper legal process? Or is it a legitimate group of federal employees working on behalf of the president? Well, that's for you to decide. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Brenton Goodman, and this is You Decide.